It was all, they felt like they were going to get shipwrecked. They were like, what's causing this? Jonah was identified as the cause of what they were going on, so they tossed them overboard. Right. They didn't want to, but they tossed them overboard because they had to save their own lives. That's what we got to do. Right. We have to get these people out of office, even whether we want to or not, to save our own lives. Right. They're the ones with the sin. They're the ones that are in disobedience. They're the ones that's causing the turmoil in our lives, and we're just sitting back, letting it happen. The next thing we need to do, call out the sin. Let's go to Matthew chapter 14. We're going to start at chapter 14, verse 3. For Herod had laid hold on John and bound him and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife. Herodias was Herod's wife. However, he was his brother Philip's wife, and it was against the law for him to be married to his brother's wife. But John said to him, it is not lawful for thee to have her. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet. Now the Bible talks about that John the Baptist, it described him as a just man. Mm-hmm. And so what he did was, even though Herod was the king, he called out the sin for what it is. Mm-hmm. Hey, it's not right for you to have your brother's wife. What you're doing is wrong. Right. It cost him his life, but he was still willing to call out the sin. That's what we need to do. We need to call these people out, call them on the carpet for the things that they are doing wrong. We need to make them accountable for the sin, for the injustice that they are doing to our communities. We need to make them accountable. One, we need to educate ourselves so that we know what they're doing is wrong. We won't be able to get free from oppression if we don't realize that we're oppressed. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to educate ourselves so that we know what they're doing wrong. And then we need to be able to systematically, legally, with wisdom, call them out for the wrong that they're doing. And then we need to make a move to get them out of the position that they're in to be able to do these things that they're doing wrong. Yeah. That's what we need to do. And the last thing that we're going to talk about, and it's the last thing I'm mentioning, but it's certainly not the last thing. It should be first and it should be last. But when you are experiencing injustice, the biblical way to respond is to pray. Let's go to 2 Chronicles 7 and 14.